Hello everyone, welcome to Kumari's Kids channel. Today's story is going to be about jolly old Santa Claus. Let's get started. Ho ho ho, chuckled jolly old Santa Claus as he stroked his long white beard and laughed. Mrs. Santa Claus and all the brownies came over to see what Santa was laughing about. What, what is so funny? They asked. This is a letter from a little boy, said jolly old Santa Claus. Can you guess what he wants to know? The brownies all tried to guess. Will he get a train for Christmas? Will we find his new house? No, chuckled jolly old Santa Claus. This little boy wants to know if we are busy at the North Pole. Are we busy? Shouted all the little brownies. We most certainly are. The North Pole is the busiest place in the world just because Christmas. Come with me and we'll visit the North Pole. Then you can see for yourself what is happening there. Let's stop the cookie kitchen. Look at the brownies scurrying about with smudge of flour on their aprons and sugar on their hands. How hard they are working. Oops, old Grandpa Brownie fell. The big sack of flour is heavy and he was walking backwards into kitchen. There's Jingle sitting on top of the oven and telling the brownies just how to place the trays of cookies so they won't burn. Aren't you glad? And when Christmas time comes and you can eat cookies, but we must hurry on. There's much to see. Here's the candy kitchen. Santa and the brownies are making candy canes and lollipops, peppermint drops, and cotton candy. Look at the brownies pouring milk into the pot of fudge. Oh, oh, one little brownie has tripped over Lady Whiskers and spilled the frosted brownies. Santa and the brownies are making a lot of candy to fill the stockings of good little boys and girls. Now let's go to the toy shop where wonderful toys are made. Isn't this a wonderful place? Every brownie is busy except for lazy brownie. He's riding the rock-a-bye pony when he should be working. Jolly old Santa Claus is checking his list of toys. Airplanes, trains, drums, buildings, blocks, dolls, teddy bears, and rubber bouncing balls. There are so many toys to finish before Christmas. Can you see Lady Whiskers? She, she is Santa's favorite cat. Do you see Mary one falling down the stairs? I think old Jack in the Box frightened him. Look at the clock on the wall. Chief Brownie has sent it, and he's telling the other brownies to hurry. It's getting late and Christmas will soon be here. While the brownies in the toy shop finish painting and fixing the toys, let's see what they are doing in the Christmas tree room. Isn't this a beautiful room? There are so many bright colors and pretty ornaments for the Christmas trees. Look back there in the corner. The brownies are blowing the glass ornaments. This is a special job and only the most colorful brownies can work here. The glass ornaments must be handled very carefully or they will break. Can you see Lady Whiskers? She's high in the rafters watching. If she walked on the floor, her long tail would break the ornaments. Chief Brownie wouldn't like that at all. That's lazy Brownie. He's sitting on the top of the shelf so no one can see him. Let's go visit the other places at the North Pole. Here is the office of jolly old Santa Claus. He is reading letters from the boys and girls. Mrs. Santa Claus marks down the names and addresses of all the little boys and girls who have moved to new houses since last year. So Santa Claus will be sure to find them. Do you see Lady Whiskers? She's sitting on top of Santa's chair, and lazy Brown is hiding under the Santa's desk. Do you see Jingles handing letters to Impy Brownie to give to Santa to read? And there's a Chief Brownie tugging in a heavy sack of letters for Santa. Santa looks happy. He must be reading a letter from a very good little boy or girl. Do you think it's your letter? Santa Claus has just asked Chief Brownie. If the Christmas trees are all ready to be packed, let's scurry along and see. Christmas trees grow all over the forest. Look at the little animals in the forest. They love to watch the brownies collecting the trees. Do you see old Grandpa? Brownie slip in the deep snow. Look, he's lost his cap. He's the funniest brownie, isn't he? And he never remembers to wear his glasses. I wonder where lazy Brownie is. He's probably not working at all but talking to reindeer. Can you find him? While the brownies finish loading the trees, let's go see what Mrs. Santa Claus is doing. Here is Mrs. Claus in front of the Santa's castle. She's making sure that everything will be ready for Santa to leave on time. He must not be late. The brownies are putting the toys into the sleigh. Look at that teddy bear, he's so big that two brownies have to carry him to the sleigh. Chief Brownie has Santa's root in his hand and will know just where the reindeer must stop. Jingles is leading the reindeer out to hook them up to sleigh. What is Mrs. Santa Claus holding in her hand? In her hands are those earmuffs and a heavy scarf to keep Santa Claus warm on his long trip tonight. For tonight is the night. At long last, it is here. It's the night before Christmas. The stars are twinkling in the sky. All the world is hushed and still, waiting for his magical night. For tonight, yes, tonight, it comes swiftly through the skies. And they will fly jolly old Santa Claus and his 8 reindeers. And more quietly and then softly falling snow he will and atop of your house. And then silently, oh so silently, he will put a pack of toys on his back and slide down your chimney. Santa will fill your stockings with goodies and place wonderful surprises beneath your tree. Then, just as quietly and just as quickly as he came in the wink of an eye, he will be gone. All through the night he flies, bringing happiness and joy and love into the homes of all little children. Long before the sun rises in the Christmas morning sky, jolly old Santa Claus will have visited the homes of every good little boy and girl all over the world. Then he will fly back to his home at the North Pole. There will be such excitement when he comes home. The little brownies will want to know all about jolly old Santa. Jolly old Santa Claus trip. Did it snow, Santa? Was it very cold? Were the little boys and girls asleep in your beds? Were the children happy with your toys? Look at Lady Whiskers. She has a surprise for Santa. She brought him 4 soft, cuddling little kittens, while the brownies feed the reindeer and settle them down for sleepy. Jolly old Santa will tell them all about his trip. Now they are all very busy brownies, even lazy brownie who is shining Santa's boots and polishing the bells from sleigh. Chief Brownie is telling his helpers to and unpack the unused toys very carefully so they can be used next year. Look at Impy Brownie. He's spilling the bucket of red paint. He's so excited to have Santa back from his trip. Santa's very tired and very hungry after his long night's journey. Mrs. Santa Claus has made hot chocolate and cookies for him. Soon all of the work will be finished. Then jolly old Santa Claus and Mrs. Santa Claus will rest for a while. As the sun comes over the North Pole, jolly old Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, and all of the brownies will say Merry Christmas to one another. Early Christmas morning, Mrs. Claus will sit down at the organ while the brownies pump the foot pedal. Music fills the air, and jolly old Santa Claus will sing out. Silent night, silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright round yon virgin, mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Then jolly old Santa Claus calls out, Merry Christmas to all boys and girls around the world. Okay, Merry Christmas to everyone. I will see you guys in the next Christmas story. Bye.